up a leg. You see Gordon Ryan as a skinny little twerp, purple belt in the background. Josh actually heel hooked him with the 50-50 heel hook, I think in the second or third round. I don't remember. You got Gary Tonin. You got, if you look in the background, you see some Robbie D'Onofrio back here. A lot of ADC vets. Well, Gordon is now an ADCC champion. All right. Today I'm going to be going over the Abu Dhabi trials in 2014 for qualification to Abu Dhabi 2015, which is the one that I competed in. This is the finals. This would be my fourth match, and it was against Josh Hayden, who is actually a good friend of mine. We've actually, since this, have done DVDs together, the 80-20 leg surfing system and all that. We actually did the Abu Dhabi camp. We trained an awful lot together during that camp. So we both knew each other's games really well. He knew what I did well, and I knew he does leg locks, and he's very good all around, but especially in the leg lock department. So here's the finals match, and let's take a look at what I was thinking and what happened in the match. Turn the volume off. There we go. All right. So again, we knew this day can come. You know, like we were training, and we knew we were both doing really well in training, and we knew that there was a possibility we'd face each other in the finals. So we said, if this happens, you know, we don't know each other. We're going to go at it hard. If you get my ankle, go. If I get you, I'm going. You know, like we're not friends right now. So we kind of already established that, and here's what it looks like. Josh normally pulls guard and tries to elevate and go into the half guard and looks for leg locks. And I knew that. And I like to wrestle. I like to get on top. I don't want to be on bottom in a tournament of this magnitude. You got Gary Tonin over there in the background watching. So we're just jockeying for position. I know it's the finals, which is an 8-minute match, 4 minutes of no points, 4 minutes of points. So I'm not really trying to wrestle too much right now. I'm kind of just waiting for him to pull guard and then see if I can pass and look for a submission. So I don't want to waste too much energy, but at the same time, I knew this is the last match, so I knew I could empty the tank in this match and not have to do another one after. So I'm trying to snap his head down. He knows that because I was doing that to him in the camp. And, you know, we're squeezing each other's hands, pulling each other hard. We're getting aggressive. He's not letting me pull his head down. I want him to, yeah, I see. He wanted that guard pull, and he wanted to be deep like he is now. So this is what he does really well. He's very good at the straight ankle lock and very good at heel hooks, knee bars, everything. So I knew he wanted to come up, so I'm pushing. Anytime someone gets an underhook and a half guard and coming up, my number one thing is just to push their head away from me. If he can keep his head tight to my chest, he's going to be able to come up and sweep me, come up and do things to me that I don't want him to do. If I can push his head back down to the mat, it just makes it easier. I can get my knee free, and they waste a lot of energy. So again, I like to get this grip here on the neck, this grip on the hand. I really want to get on the inside of his arm, but I like to snap the head down. So that's what I always try to do every match. I try to snap the head down into my armpit. I seem to have a lot of success with it, so I just keep doing it. And once I lock it, I try to get this hand around the armpit for the front headlock, and I'll go for a good sprawl back. But I think he rips his head out. Yeah, he knew that, so even to get his head out, he even jumped his butt to the ground and pulled guard again. And I was looking for the pass, and he senses that, so he gets up. Again, there's not any points, so I mean, in the finals, you kind of got to play a little strategy sometimes. I'm not going as aggressively as I would probably go if we were rolling or whatever, but at the same time, you know, if it's available, I'm going to take it. We're both 193. This is the 193 weight class, so you got to weigh in right before the match. I tried to duck under. He sensed it, didn't work. And this kid's an athlete, man. Like, he's so strong, and he's got such a good clamp and grips. Not much you're going to get on him, you know, if he doesn't want it to happen, but you got to get sneaky with him. So if you're going to get a takedown, it's got to be like an arm drag one or something where it catches him off guard or puts him out of position. Otherwise, he's got a good base. He's got big legs, strong legs. I'm kind of like the opposite build. I'm a little thinner and longer. So it was a good stylistic match, I think. I had the length on him, but he had the size and strength. But again, we're going at it. And it may look boring and it may look like whatever, but we're both playing strategy here. We know there's no points till 4 minutes. We're only, what, 2 minutes, 40 seconds in. No one's going to go for anything too crazy. I see what he's trying to do. I know he wants to pull guard, and he wants to get a deep pull, like a deep open guard butterfly pull or a half guard pull underneath me so that all he has to do is lace up a leg. You see Gordon Ryan has a skinny little twerp purple belt in the background. Josh actually heel hooked him with the 50-50 heel hook, I think in the second or third round. I don't remember. You got Gary Tonin. You got, if you look in the background, you see some Robbie D'Onofrio back here. A lot of ADC vets. Gordon is now an ADCC champion. So this was 6 years ago, or 5.5 years ago now. So let's change. Boom. So I saw my opportunity. I took the quick arm drag and dove in. I didn't get the trip that I wanted, but I had a deep lock on his legs. You can see it again. It was quick. I tried to just catch him off guard. See, he's on flat foot. He's on both feet, so I knew if I just shot in really fast, boom. And I want to get the pass right off it, but he got me in a butterfly hook. I'm trying to stay tight. So he has one hook in, one hook out. I didn't get any points because it's not 4 minutes, but I thought, you know what, let's get this ball rolling. So I think I want to do a pass here. Yeah, kick over. And as I stood up, he just got up too. No chance of me passing if he just stands up, right? I don't know why I wanted 2 points for something, but I don't even think there's points yet. So I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so we keep going. 0-0, 3 minutes, 40 seconds in. And I actually I love when people shoot on me. I've developed a decent sprawl over the years. So when they shoot, I usually sprawl and I'm able to get one of my better positions, the front headlock. You got Enrico Coco talking on the phone to someone back here. He won the trials this year, beating Eddie Cummings in the finals. That was a crazy match. I tried the duck under again. He's too smart for it. You got Ian Murray back here. All right, so now the action's going to start to pick up a little bit once they call points, which I think they already did because we're about 4 minutes in now. So it is points. We're in the last 4 minutes, and I'm not messing around now. So I get my first 2 points. It's my typical standard arm drag. Right leg goes behind his right leg, and then he has to go down because if he doesn't, he'll pop his knee. So it's a pretty cool takedown. Pablo Popovich did it really well back in the day. Marcelo Garcia used to do it all the time. That's where I kind of stole it from. And then, boom, once you finish the arm drag, this arm has to go to the other side of the body so he doesn't take your back on the way down. And there it is. I ripped my arm free. Now I know what Josh likes to do here. He likes to get the deep half guard, throw you over, and attack the leg. So there is one time in this match where he had an opportunity, and he actually missed it. Luckily for me, because that would have been done deal if he got a hold of my leg. So I know I'm just trying to be like, so there's he's got a deep underhook. He's starting to get his right arm under my leg, but he can't really get tight because I have a cross face on this hand. I'm basically creating a wall so that his head can't get tight to me. And then he just broke through the wall. What do you know? And then he's able to lock his leg. He's got a good opportunity here. He's got it locked. And so what do I do if they get deep? I push the head away. Where the head goes, the body goes. So I'm just pushing, and I always want to get my knee free. Once my knee's free, I could always bring it over for mount, or I could cut it out the other way. But as long as my knee's on the floor here, I'm in danger. And there it is. There's his opportunity. As I'm pushing away, I created too much space. He was able to throw his leg over, and he's lacing up one of my legs. But he was never able to get a true lace because I have this underhook under his leg. I'm trying to keep his legs apart. And then I abandoned that because he started to go belly down. He's looking for my heel, but then I see his back. So I grab his hip with one hand, I grab his head with the other hand, and I want him to fall to this hip so I could try to rip my knee free and come over for the mount. I'm in trouble, but then I was able to triangle, so it bought me some time. He's trying to undo the triangle, and I know if I could sprawl, break this grip, the mount's right there. And that's what I was able to do. So I got another couple points for that. And my mount control is basically locking the feet. If you guys watch the mount attack blueprint, I lock the feet under, I bring my heels up as high as I can, keep my hips glued to his solar plexus, and I always try to walk one of his arms up, because as long as one of his arms up, like as if I'm going for a head and arm triangle choke, as long as one arm's up, there's really no escape. He's not going to escape with one hand. He can't mermaid out. He can't push my hips. He can't elbow escape. So I'm content to stay here and look for that head-arm triangle. I finished the last guy before him, Steven Martinez, with it. So I was looking to do the same with him. But he's strong. He's explosive. Now, I know I'm going against a leg locker, and whenever you mount a leg locker, you always have to be careful of them pushing the hips up and getting a knee through and going into a leg lock, which is why you don't see me attacking too much, except for the attacks that I can do, which keep my chest and belly glued to him, because it's really hard to push me up when I'm doing that. And I really want to get off the mount and go to like side or something, just so that the leg lock attempt isn't there for him. But again, as long as this arm's up, there's no leg locks. There's nothing you can do. He has no escapes with one arm, okay? Unless he's just 10 times stronger than you. And eventually, I went for the finish, and I felt him like scooting out, and I had to jump over. So he turned, and I wanted to take the pass instead of him getting out, and I opened up too much space, and he's out. But there's really no attacks there. So I'm looking for the juke pass that's in my guard pass blueprint, where you fake one way, go the other way, and now a knee through. And I know I'm like up by, I got to be up 5, yeah, right there, 5-0. So I know he's got to come to me. And I'm thinking about a guillotine here. I normally would just sit and throw the leg over. But I was like, you know what? If he gets his head out, now he's on top. He has an opportunity to pass. Screw that. Let me just stay on top. And I'm very careful not to put my legs between his legs, because I know he wants to roll into a knee bar or a heel hook. So I just jump to the other side, look for the back, and he's really good with that inverted roll guard pass defense. And again, he's got to come to me. Look, there's 6 minutes in, 2 minutes left. I have to, I don't want to just sit and stall it out, but I also want to go to Abu Dhabi, and I don't want to take too many crazy chances if I'm up 5-0. I know he has to wrestle with me now, which I felt I was the better wrestler at that time. I don't know what he's been doing since. But at that time, I felt like I could take him down, and I felt like I can get a good sprawl if he was to try to take me down. And again, he wants to win. And he went to Abu Dhabi the year before, 2 years before, 13. So he tasted that, and he wants to go back, right? So there's another takedown. That's kind of my patented takedown. If you practice that takedown a lot, you can get it on really good wrestlers. If your thing is the arm drag, like I always did arm drags from Butterfly. Ever since I started watching Marcelo Garcia many years ago, 2005, 2003, I started doing arm drags a lot. So I got really good at the arm drag, and from there, I turned it into a takedown. So here, he wants to shoot. I want to do that little jump thing I saw Andre Galvao do one day, where you just jump and turn, like 180, and you're on their back. I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I don't really do this in training, but it would be really cool if I can pull this off, which is probably stupid because he could probably leg lock me from there. I didn't do it there. I think I tried it a little later. And again, he's really pushing for that takedown because he needs a takedown. If he gets a takedown and a pass and a mount, he could be right back in the game. But we worked a lot of wrestling this camp, and we were able to get my knee out. And here we are again. Now it's 7-0, I believe. And a couple minutes left. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just thinking in my head, come get me. And hopefully I'm going to try the jump here. Definitely doesn't work. But I gave it a shot. I don't think that was even how to do it, but I tried. And now he's got my leg again, but my knee's out, and I feel pretty comfortable here. I'm pushing his head away. Remember, anytime they have half guard and they can come up for the underhook, just push their head to the mat. Get your space. Make sure your knee is free. Like if I knew Josh wasn't a great leg locker, I would have backstepped like 10 minutes ago and try to get the honey hole here because it's right there. But I'm not going to play that game with him. I'm just going to try to pass. I'm going to play my fundamental jiu-jitsu game, which is takedown, pass, mount, back, finish. And, I wasn't able to get all the steps on him. He's very good, like I said. Right now, he tried to get that deep underhook again. I know he wants to go under and do that same setup, but I have his head now. And I'm not going to let it go, I don't think, because I don't want him to get that tight again. And I know time is almost up. And that's it. I get to go to Abu Dhabi 2015. Thanking God. If I was emotional, I would cry. But I'm not that emotional of a guy. I was just super happy. And right now I'm just thinking all the hard work I put in, everything I did, and then I felt bad for Josh. I'm like, oh man, I wish we could both go. If I get injured, you're in, whatever. Bittersweet. It wasn't as sweet because I was beating a friend of mine, but as you can see, I'm still pretty happy. So if you want to see the Abu Dhabi camp I did leading up to this, we did a 20-minute documentary on it. And you can just put in YouTube Matt Arroyo ADCC documentary, and you can watch how I trained for this. But that was the finals against Josh Hayden. Hope you guys enjoyed it.